Okay, so I want to do a breakdown of another Game Informer video where they actually got the developers to play a Street Fighter 6 match, and it's like high level play they advertise it as. And I know after the closed beta, we saw a lot of high level footage because a lot of pros finally got their hands on the game. But this is really interesting because this is from that mystery developer team. They're the ones that help, balance the game and design the game. This is like a secret team. They're not even allowed to enter real Street Fighter tournaments after the game is released. It's cool to watch because this kind of gives us an idea of how they think the game is supposed to be played, right? And the match is actually really good. These guys are good players. They do live up to the hype. And I find it interesting. They use all the mechanics in the game. And they do a lot of different like combo strings that I'm used to seeing. And the way they use the drive system, all that is really cool. And once again, it just gives us an idea of how they think this game should be played. And it gives us more ideas on like how to approach this game, right? Instead of just approaching it like Street Fighter 5. So let me break down the footage for you guys. Give you my thoughts.
We gotta do this. Come on.
So first it's Ken versus Ryu and then Jamie and Luke. Bad mistake. So already at the beginning, the Ryu player risks doing a parry as an anti-air, and you can see how risky that was because he just did an empty jump. And I mean, obviously these guys probably play each other a lot, so they kind of know each other's tendencies. But if, for example, Ken did, an OD Tatsu as a jump in and then cross Ryu up so that he doesn't have to worry about the mix-up of the jump, right? And he gets a punish counter throw right at the beginning. And you can see how bad that is because it causes, a hard knockdown and he can't roll now, right? And then he gets thrown again. Like he put himself in a throw loop basically because he took the risk and got punish countered from a throw. So he got thrown twice because of that. And now he's already in the corner, which you don't want to be in this game. So yeah, he parries the drive impact. This leaves Ryu at +3, which is not enough to punish Ken, because the fastest normals in the game right now are 4. Parrying a lot on defense, I don't see it too much, especially in the beta. Most people just parry fireballs right now. But parry is kind of a safe option because, of course, if Ken did drive impact and he knew that and drive impact him back, that would be the best option. But he didn't know what he was doing. He held parry ahead of time, right? So parry just kind of helps just stop what the opponent is doing, because they can't just walk up to you and throw you, and dashes are really slow in this game. So parry will help you against drive impact or an overhead that he tries to sneak in or whatever at the beginning. It's because like I said, when you're in the corner, it's really, really dangerous. So parry is a good option, and it refills his drive gauge because obviously you don't want your drive gauge low when you're in the corner on top of that. So it does cover some options. Yeah, parry is relatively a safer option. See, he's parrying a lot actually. You can see Ken. This heavy Dragon Lash kick is it's really annoying if you don't stop it, the Ken player, from doing it. It could be easily countered by drive impact. But if the Ken player gets away with it, he's +1. And if you crouch, he's more plus. If you get hit by this, he's plus enough to combo. And it just allows Ken to start his pressure, right? Because he's really scary close. And he chooses the parry because, parry is, like I said, is generally a safer option if you don't know what's coming next. We see Ken do a light confirm with the light Tatsu medium DP. Ken's got one of the strongest meterless bread and butters in the game right now. Anything that he can combo into light Tatsu medium uppercut does so much damage. It's really, really good. So you definitely want to aim for that. Obviously now with Ken, we know about like Jinrai kick loops and stuff, but your go-to light Tatsu medium DP is really good. And you can convert into super from there as well. Oh, overhead. He did a neutral jump too. I think he was anticipating the Ryu player to drive impact. Looks like. If you can hit that overhead medium combo after it. But a lot of players, when they're trapped in the corner, they'll throw out drive impact. I noticed during the beta. That's going to be kind of like your month 1 kind of thing where you get antsy, right? But like I said, this guy's much more calm. He uses parry instead, the safer option. Yeah, the fireball causes a knockdown. So good. Ryu's fireball so good. See, lots of parry, and then he's out now, right? That was good. And a lot of drive meter too, because remember, when you're in the corner and you're not parrying and you're just blocking, your drive meter is draining. Don't forget, there's no chip, right? It drains from blocking. And so he's parrying instead. So he's like relatively healthy with the drive meter to bounce back, right? Now they're almost even health again. This was interesting too. So he knocks him down, right? And then he uses the drive rush for a fake shimmy. Or not fake shimmy, sorry, a shimmy. He doesn't fall for it because once again, these guys play each other a lot, but the drive rush, man, is just such a core mechanic of the game, and it's so flexible the way you use it. He could have instead went for Oki with it and be mad plus, because after a drive rush, your normals are +4. But instead he used it to do a shimmy, try to bait him to do something, but he didn't fall for it. And when we look for setups in Street Fighter V, right, we check the single dash, the double dash, right, to see if we get Oki. But now, when we check our Oki in Street Fighter 6, we have to check drive rush and dash as well now, right? More options to get in. Ooh. Ooh. He burnt a lot of bar there. Like, that started from a heavy punch. The heavy punch, both Ryu and Ken standing heavy punch are really good. He had the stock and he went into OD into the palm. This would have been plus, so it was safe to do. And he blew like 4 bars. So all those bars he was using for parry, right, paid off. Have the resources to do this big combo, big deeps. Japan loves taking the throw. That was a cool round. He tried the dry rush overhead him at the very beginning, but Ken was ready. Nice. Again, this was an easy confirm. If the Ken would have blocked, he was still plus anyways, right? You're going to see a lot of Ryu players abusing the OD palm. Since it's an OD, he can cancel into level 2. Heavy kick anti-air. This was an interesting conversion. So, he goes crouching medium kick, drive rush, standing medium punch, crouching heavy punch into running Tatsu. Most of the time, like, you know, the CP will go crouching heavy punch, run cancel, crouching medium punch, light Tatsu uppercut, which does more damage than this. But what he goes for is the setup. So when you combo into the running Tatsu with Ken, it leaves you at +3 on hit. So it puts the Ryu in a really bad spot. For example, if the Ken player backdashes after this and Ryu presses throw, he'll get punish countered. He'll get blown up. And Ryu, or Ken obviously is close enough to throw him, right? So it causes this really scary +3 situation. Also massive corner carry. See? He pressed a throw, boom. Big deeps. All because of a crouching medium kick conversion. So, you know, once again, we're seeing, you know, right now we're just seeing like, oh, how much damage we can do off drive rush. Everyone's just focusing on damage, or they want to just drive rush, you know, 2-3 times in a combo and just blow your whole meter into level 3 and just, you know, try to make it look fancy, right? But the drive rush is going to allow you to have many options. In this case, the Ken player wanted to go for a really strong setup afterwards, right? A really strong +3 situation rather than just focusing on damage. And obviously it paid off because Ryu lost like 90% from that entire sequence.
Bet that hurt.
Bet that hurt. Did you see the reactions on the Ken player? He was ready. Look at that. He did another crouching medium kick drive rush, and this guy tried to do drive impact in the corner, right? And he got blown up. See, this is why I'm saying that it's generally safer for the Ryu player to do parry there, right? If he did parry, he would have pushed the Ken out. But he went for the big one. He went for the drive impact instead, and therefore, since he did it first, Ken was able to react to it and cancel out of his drive rush and drive impact him back. And now Ryu is dead. And man, the reactions on these players are really good, hey? So it's cool to see it's in good hands. You know, these are the guys that are probably like yelling at us. They're like, man, why can't these guys make Ryu work? We keep giving them buffs and you guys just keep complaining. Meanwhile, these guys are just cracked at head office, just practicing every day.
That's right.
That was a very cool sequence. That's something you see the CPU do. It looks so cool. I can't wait to see like super high level tournaments in this game. It looks so fun. It looks great to watch. Good flow. Oh, that forward heavy punch, man. Ooh, so much damage. So this time, instead of doing the shimmy, he goes for just pressure, right? Goes crouching light kick. Once again, he's chaining these normals. It's drive rush anyways. The Ken player can't match between it, basically frame traps it, right? His only option at this point is to go for a perfect parry. Or obviously wake up DP. See, now the Ken player is using parry a lot. See? A lot of parries. Parry is better than you guys think it is. It may not be fancy, but it's building you drive meter. Don't forget, parry builds you drive meter, and you burn through drive meter fast in this game. +3, he went for the throw. See, they're changing it up. That was sick. Oh, that was so cool. Did you see that? Oh my god, there's so much going on. This is so cool. They're using all the mechanics. Drive rush, backdash, shimmy. Ken, hard as a rock, uses drive reversal. That was cool. Gets the grade damage. Nice. He was really far. You can convert this into a run kick, but he went for run uppercut. You can also convert this from raw drive rush too. But he was pretty far. That was a good conversion. Ooh. Another cool conversion. This is not optimal, but he goes standing medium punch, crouching heavy punch into heavy Jinrai kick, and this would start the loops. And he could have got more damage from that, but this is still a cool combo. And once again, crouching heavy punch into the run cancel, crouching medium punch would have did more damage too. But the flexibility, Ken, a lot of his stuff comes from crouching heavy punch, including the heavy Jinrai kick. Oh, wake up super. Drive reversal seems like the least useful mechanic. You know, drive reversal, there's a lot of really good things about it. You know, being invincible to throws, it breaks armor on drive impact. But it's a kind of a mechanic. I understand you guys think it's not that strong, but it's the kind of mechanic where if they made it too good, then it would slow down the game to a snail's pace, right? It'd make the game too slow because it'd be so powerful. You don't want to run into a Street Fighter Alpha 2 situation where everyone's doing alpha counter on every block string and slowly killing you, because it still causes grade damage, it still knocks the opponent down. And it is good. And when you guys, once you get used to how dangerous the corner is, you will start using drive reversal a lot. It's punishable with beta, but it's not as easy to punish anymore because, once again, drive reversal beats drive impact, and it beats throws now. It didn't before. It used to be able to drive impact it before in the early builds of the game. It's just unsafe on block, and it doesn't have much range anymore. At least with the characters we've seen. So we're seeing Luke versus Jamie. See a lot of parrying. Ooh, that was a nice counter hit conversion from the heavy kick. Get a drink off. Ooh, okay. So Luke, there's a lot I want to talk about with Luke with you guys in the future, because I wanted to do a tier list after the closed beta, but I don't know. I was so busy with the other videos, but I would love to talk to you guys more about Luke. But a lot of people that are doing tier list videos right now, I feel like they're not giving Luke a fair enough chance. A lot of people are saying Luke is the weakest character right now. I don't agree with that. I feel like the reason why people think Luke is so weak right now is because it's the same reason with Drive Impact, is that everyone's still playing this game like Street Fighter V, and they're playing Luke like Street Fighter V Luke. Luke's different now, and his strengths are hard to see because you have to play this like Street Fighter 6. One of these examples is Luke's standing medium punch. A lot of people used to use it as like a whiff punishing tool, right? But now with Luke, in a game like this where punish counter gives him +4, and using the drive rush to also give him +4, you can get some really far conversions with this standing medium punch, as you can see these players doing. Look at that far conversion. A lot of Luke's combos are different now. If there's another beta, I'd love to break it down with you guys. Already 4 drinks just like that in a blink of an eye. Already 4. Cool. Luke's fireballs are really strong in this game too. They're very fast. He was using a back, he tried to shimmy into Jamie's back heavy punch. This back heavy punch, the animation, like the move itself changes once he gets to the fourth drink. A lot of people also don't know that when Jamie gets his first drink, his standing light punch changes. The range is a lot further, and they did that because his light punch is part of his target combo, the light punch, light kick, medium punch. So his light confirms actually changed too. So once again, he did standing mean punch and he tried converting it to crouching just in case he got a punish counter. Nice wrecker. He tried a cheeky drive rush command grab. Jamie is so dangerous once he gets to drink a level 3 because he gets that command grab, right? It helps the character so much. And one of the threats you have to worry about is drive rush command grab. And when we get actual grapplers in this game, I can't wait to see how strong they are from this. But he catches them. That's like a Street Fighter V loop combo. Baits the level 1 super. Good punish too. This is a good punish because he does drive impact punish, right? Puts him in burnout and he still gets to pull off the combo. Ooh. So he does raw drive rush from juggles. So this makes me very curious because there are a lot of optimal combos that we've figured out from the beta test where you can, there's a lot of characters where they get wall bounces and things that knock them up really high, and you can do a raw drive rush, which only costs 1 bar total, right? And you can convert some little extra damage. But I was wondering if Capcom intended this, if they wanted the drive rush to be used that way, because once again, you're going from 1 bar to 3, right? And seeing these players actually use it, they're aware of it, obviously. So maybe it is intended, and that's good because if we know from the history of Street Fighter V, when we played the beta test, they really dumbed down the combos in the next beta test and when the game finally came out. So hopefully everything is still intact with Street Fighter 6 when the game comes out. Not obviously I want things to change just to keep things fresh, but I don't want the combo structure to dumb down. This is a lot of freedom. Goes for a drive rush overhead. This is safe. Might even be plus actually. That was so sick. Okay, so he's in Burnout. Jamie's in Burnout. So all of these block strings Luke's doing on him, it's basically the game is Street Fighter V right now, where everything's plus on block. And so the Luke player is abusing this on him. He's just pushing the corner. He doesn't have to be afraid of much. The Jamie player can't parry. He can't use drive impact. He can't do reversal. He's got no meter, right? Nothing he can do. So the Luke player gets overconfident and he goes for a plus heavy knuckle charge. And he does reactions level 1 super. That's your only option when you're in Burnout, is to do your supers. And a lot of the level 1s, if not all of them in this game, have startup invincibility. For this very reason. This is something to protect you. Obviously, this is harder to do than just pressing 2 buttons, but it's rewarding, right? It's like your last option. You know, if someone has you in the corner, you know they're going to put you in stun. Their level 1 super is like your last resort, and I'm glad that every character has access to something like this. There you can save yourself, right? Jamie can get a drink from the super too. But he chooses damage. Oh, Luke's in Burnout now. The funny thing is that Luke took Jamie's lesson and used it against him. Luke burns himself out and Jamie's like, oh, you're in Burnout now. My turn. And then the Luke uses his level 1 super to stop him, right? That's so sick. So even though there's no V-trigger in this game anymore, the match will still dynamically change throughout the rounds because of the Burnout system. You do have to play differently, both on offense and defense, and you have to be aware if the opponent has really good reactions, they can use level 1 super. I think that's so sick. Let's go! Round 2. Luke's level 1 super is pretty good too. Talked a lot of knockback. Ooh! Counter hit conversion from the... Guys, this forward hard punch on Luke is so godly, you wouldn't believe. It's not... You don't use it like Street Fighter V. A lot of people are sleeping on this button. It's so nuts. This leaves Luke +1 or +2 on block. Either way, it's Luke's turn after, and it's faster than Ryu's forward hard punch, and you can abuse this thing. And we saw from the newer footage that Luke can now cancel the next forward hard punch into a special move, which means he can go into like level 1 or level 3. Very, very deadly button. Luke players will abuse like crazy in this game. Remember, just being +1 on block is crazy in this game where everything is minus, right? So looking for whatever is plus is a big deal for your character. Street Fighter V is like +1, that's nothing. But for Luke, having a forward moving button that's plus, very strong. He's got the dive kicks now. Damn drive rush throw. He did a back throw, which is smart, puts him closer to the corner. Man, he went for 2 greedy drinks. You know, the Luke just used drive rush just to get closer, hey? Like, he just really fast to get out of the corner as soon as possible. That's 1 bar. Yeah, Jamie's confirmed. See, he's fishing the heavy kick. This is really strong from Jamie because he's hitting from so far away. And if he gets a counter hit, you can confirm into the Rekkas. Now, obviously, the counter to this would be drive impact, right? So, once again, in this game, you don't want to be predictable. But there are some Unga things you can do. Just keep aware that there is counters to it now. Oh, I think he could have punished that. Gets the 4th drink. So you see all here, he took another drink. Even though he's 4, he drinks anyways because it refills his drive gauge. Look at JB's drive gauge on the top right. See, it refills it, and then he's just abusing drive rush. Just using drive rush over and over. Okay, so same thing. So Jamie is backstyle at 4 drinks, right? And he uses his level 2. You're probably like, wait, why would he use his level 2 when he's already max meter? Look how much drive meter it gives him. Look on the top right of the screen. It gives him a few bars of drive meter, and then he instantly uses it to drive rush to finish the round. Isn't that cool? All the options. So cool, right? The thing is, though, this is really risky because once Jamie's timer is out with his level 2, he loses all of his drink levels. It goes back to 0, even if he was level 4 before the super. But I don't know. I think they're just showing off, right? But I think that's really sick. Another thing that's really good with Jamie's level 2 is it allows you to fish for buttons, kind of like V-trigger styles, where you can go crouching medium kick or forward heavy kick into his level 2 just to confirm something. Yeah, it's a sneaky strat. Yeah, Jamie's drinks. One really good thing about Jamie is he forces the opponent to act. Because if they don't act, he's just going to get drinks, right? You have to get on him, you know? It's not kind of the same as Jury. Jury is like, if they get stocks, okay. But Jamie is dangerous. If Jamie gets to level 3, like I said, he's a very powerful character. There's that combo I was talking about. See? Luke standing medium punch. Punish counter with it. So Luke's able to punish things from really far away. And instead of going into the whole target combo like he would in Street Fighter V, he converts it, right? It's a lot different now you play Luke. This is his double OD. When he does his OD knuckle, he can burn 1 additional bar for 3 total. And he can do the DDT. This gives him Oki and it does massive deeps. Nice, see the parry. So right here, the Jamie player could have just did drive impact to punish Luke, but he used parry instead. And well, for one, this would give Jamie some guaranteed bar because you can see on his drive meter it's getting a little low. But what this also does is I notice is that when you parry things, your character doesn't get pushed back as much. Like Luke would be a little closer, even though he's plus, but it wouldn't push Jamie to the corner as much. So I wonder what kind of strats defensive wise I would cause for using parry on certain block streams. I'm curious. Nice confirm. Load it up. Yeah, goes in with the light punch. Yeah, this double palm that Jamie gets at level 4, so much damage. And remember, this was scary because Luke's got to worry about the command grab, but he goes for a jumping dive kick. Luke got super good D block. Oh, wait, no, command grab! He was probably a pixel out of the range, too. What a bait. Damn. I can't believe he baited that. Oh, and he's stunned, and that's lights out. Doesn't even do a fancy combo. He's got level 3. It's lights out. So yeah, that was just a short breakdown. Hopefully they show off some more replays. Like I said, it's interesting seeing the developers play, their approach with the characters. I definitely learned some things looking at this footage. It's really good footage that you showed. I wish they played a little longer, maybe with some more characters, see like what Kimberly can do, etc. Game Awards are coming around the corner. Hopefully get some more Street Fighter 6 news soon, some more character reveals soon. And once we get closer to that, maybe I'll do another update video on some predictions here on when this game's coming out.